Welcome to my class, student. It's class 7. We are doing English, an alien hand. This is chapter 2. Name of the chapter is Bringing Up Curry, and we are doing session 2. In session 1, there is an introduction of Curry, its keeper, and the story of the drowning boy, and the habit of Curry, what he used to like in meal. He used to have twigs, tender twigs, so the keeper had to climb many trees to collect that tender twigs. And then the keeper said that it was very hard to cut the twigs because the trees were very, as you know, the branches are very hard, and the boy of 9 years old, it's really tough for the boy to collect twigs for Curry, and if any of the twigs will be deformed, then Curry would not accept it as meal. And then we know how much Curry used to love taking bath in river, and how the keeper used to clean Curry with sand. And then after bath, Curry looks so beautiful. Its color becomes very bright. It looks like an ebony. Now, what happens to the drowning boy, to Curry and the keeper, we will come to know in this slide. Seeing us drift by in the current, Curry, who was usually slow and ponderous, suddenly darted down like a hawk and came halfway into the water, where I saw him stretch out his trunk again. What happened? When Curry saw that water is dragging both the boys, then he was usually very slow and ponderous, means heavy weighted, though he was very quick and he darted down like a hawk, and then he came halfway into the water and stretched out his trunk again. I raised up my hand to catch it, and it slipped. See, ponderous, heavy, massive and weighty, and this is hawk, like a hawk. He showed his quick action. Now see how Curry is saving both the boys. There is a trunk. In this way, Curry showed his wit and quick action. I found myself going under the water again, but this time I found that the water was not very deep, so I sank to the bottom of the river and doubled my feet under me, and then suddenly kicked the river bed and so shot upwards like an arrow. In spite of the fact that I was holding the drowning boy with my hand. There was a boy. The keeper managed to come out of the river with the boy who was drowning. As my body rose above the water, I felt a lasso around my neck. And what is lasso? The lasso is a piece of rope with a loop. And now here we will see, this is lasso, rope with a noose at the end. So, what was that lasso? This frightened me. Now the keeper was very much scared. I thought some water animal was going to swallow me. I heard Curry squealing, and I knew it was his tongue about my neck. He pulled us both ashore. So how Curry helped both of the boys to come out of the river. Now, second part. What will you find in the second part? Curry becomes fond of ripe bananas. He believes in self-help, much to the discomfort of his friend. With quiet dignity, Curry accepts the chiding he knows he deserves. So, what happens in the next part? We will come to know, and this is just an idea about what you are going to read in the next part. So in the first part, we have come to know about Curry's food habit, his likings, that he likes to take bath, and then he loves to play with water, and then how Curry saved the keeper and the boy from drowning into the river. Now what happens here? Curry was like a baby. He had to be trained to be good, and if you did not tell him when he was naughty, he was up to more mischief than ever. See, like all the other babies, all the other children, Curry was also a baby, and the keeper had to teach Curry some discipline, some rules, some lessons, so that Curry would not be naughty. See, if a young baby becomes naughty, we can easily handle that baby. But if an elephant does something that is not suitable to us, it can harm us. So it's very important to teach elephant some basic rules. For instance, one day somebody gave him some bananas to eat. Very soon he developed a great love for ripe bananas. We know whenever we go to a zoo or whenever we find some elephant, we love to offer elephants ripe bananas. We used to keep large plates of fruit on a table near a window in the dining room. One day, all the bananas on that table disappeared, and my family blamed the servants for eating all the fruit in the house. So what is the custom in the keeper's house? They used to keep large plates of fruit on a table near a window in the dining room. So one day they found all the fruit disappeared. So they blamed the servants. But what happened? A few days later, the fruit disappeared again. This time, the blame was put on me. Earlier, parents thought it was servants who had eaten the fruits. Now, the blame was on the keeper. And I knew I had not done it. It made me very angry with my parents and the servants, for I was sure they had taken all the fruit. The next time the fruit disappeared, I found a banana all messed up in Curry's pavilion. This surprised me very much, for I had never seen fruit there, and as you know, he had always lived on twigs. Next day, while I was sitting in the dining room, wondering whether I should take some fruit from the table without my parents' permission. Now, the boy was very much scared or frightening of taking banana in his own home without parents' permission. He dares not to have fruit because the blame was on him that he has taken fruits without distributing it among the family members. So this time he was not daring to have some fruit. And when he was just thinking of this, he should take it or not, what he saw a long black thing, very much like a snake, suddenly came through the window and disappeared with all the bananas. Now what happened? What did he see? He saw a snake, much like a snake. Whenever you find the word like, that means this is simile, figure of speech. This is simile. Like, as. Wherever you see all these things, that means it's simile. Now, it's not a snake, it's like a snake. I was very much frightened because I had never seen snakes eat bananas, and I thought it must be a terrible snake that would sneak it and take fruit. I crept out of the room and with great fear in my heart ran out of the house, feeling sure that the snake would come back into the house, eat all the fruit and kill all of us. See what the keeper thought, that keeper had never seen snakes eating fruits, but this type of snake, he thought there might be some terrible snake who love to eat fruit, and as it's so huge, so it may come inside house and kill all the family members. So what we have learned today, we have seen there was an incident in which in the house of the keeper, all the fruits starting disappearing. And as first they thought it was the work of the servants, they had eaten all the fruits. Now second time the blame was on the keeper, that the boy of the house. The boy was very angry because he hadn't taken the fruit. Now what he thought, one day, should he take the fruit or not? He saw what he saw? He saw an appearance of a black snake. Like a black snake who has taken all the bananas. So what we come to know about this? There is a banana thief in the house, and it's like a snake. And who was that banana thief? In the next slide we will come to know. And in this portion we know how both of them were saved. The boy and the drowning boy were saved by Curry. Curry had lifted them with his trunk and they were saved. And then we come to know about one very important thing, that elephants must be trained to behave properly. If they do some mistake, it's our duty to punish them or to tell them that they have done wrong. Because if you won't control their nature, they will become very mischievous and their naughtiness can harm all of us. So, in the next part, we will come to know about who was the banana thief, what happened in the story. So, till then, read the story, enjoy the illustration, go through the word meanings, make sentence with it, and see the grammatical part, and wait for my next class. Thank you.